Hello and welcome back to the Xbox Hut. Editing videos is very time consuming. Oh, that's so cool! Switzerland must be awesome! What am I doing right now? I'm a video at... I can't... You're breaking... Banging lots of hot chicks right now, gotta go, bye! There are a lot of lesser known and smaller titles that Microsoft publishes. One of them is Ori and the Blind Forest, a game I rated very highly. Another is an older game that I haven't had time to play until now, Max, The Curse of Brotherhood. Is this a side-scrolling platformer puzzle game that you should add to your library?
Lady, I can't keep doing this. Oh man.
Yep, you heard right. This isn't just a side-scrolling platformer, it's a puzzle game. What kind of puzzles, you ask? The kind where you draw stuff. Sure, it's not the newest concept on the block, but it's executed with just the right amount of creative challenge. This means, though, that you will plummet to your death. Multiple times. And of course, that's a good thing. You won't just breeze right through this game. As you unlock more powers for your marker, the creative challenge increases. It's in this free-form puzzle solving that this game shines its brightest. Not only do some challenges force you to take a moment and think about it, but there's a sort of satisfaction when you do solve it. In fact, some of the more challenging puzzles involve getting evil eyes or medallion pieces, but more on collecting stuff later. Outside of this puzzle solving, the game's platforming itself is, however, rather average, if not occasionally wonky. Despite my compulsion to jump on things, thanks Mario, Max is rather helpless himself. This makes sense considering he's a child, but it's not really becoming of the times and makes platforming ultimately rather uninspired. He also dies in one hit, leading to some areas in which you will have to utilize trial and error. Fortunately, those areas are far and few between, but they do exist. Still, it's the puzzle solving that counts, and it counts for a good majority of the gameplay mechanics. It's a budget title, so you should already come into this with some reasonable expectations. The game, fortunately, meets its budget almost exactly, no more, no less. The game's credits rolled about 6 hours later for me, and I did actually take some time to go for some of the collectibles. And that's really all there is outside of the main adventure, going back for the collectibles. Much like the majority of budget titles, there's not a whole lot to do outside of the focus, and at this distance from the game's release, you can undoubtedly find it cheaper than the official $15 price tag. Nonetheless, you do get what you pay for, but for people looking for replayability, it's going to be a single playthrough for the majority. Though you might get an extra 15 seconds just enjoying this Portal reference. Here's where Unity and optimization rear their ugly heads a bit. Like most Unity games, there are some frame rate issues and stutters. It doesn't particularly push the hardware, but I can't say this isn't the first Unity-based game I've played where frame rate dips and stutters occur regularly. Outside of these more than likely optimization issues with the engine, Max and the other world he explores are all clean and well presented. It looks exactly like it should, a hybrid CG clay animation world. In fact, if it weren't for the frame rate dips and stutters, I dare say it's a notch above its budget in presentation. Furthermore, even though the story is simple, the characters are meted out with proper animations and voice acting. There's no reason a more open-minded person to the kid inside them won't enjoy the slight attitude and brattiness of Max. So you want games on a budget and you want them to be worth their money. If you understand that you will get what you pay for, then Max the Curse of Brotherhood is a good investment of both time and money. It has its flaws, mostly in its subpar platforming, trial and error moments, and surprising amount of frame rate dips and stutters. And while it's a game you will only ever play once, if you find the game cheaper than its official price tag and have but a passing curiosity, I dare say turn that into a purchase and give it a whirl. I give Max the Curse of Brotherhood an 8 out of 10. That's it for today. Subscribe for more Xbox One content patched into your brain. I'll see you next time on the Xbox Hut.